So word is host. So he'll be the one to go ahead and shoot off the starting gun. Should be hearing the countdown any second now. Everybody's saying go, 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 go. And there goes the countdown. We'll see if TheOgnis can actually bring this back. It'll be interesting to see what kind of strategy he pulls. Alcyon Way, so they'll know exactly where they spawn. They don't have to do any guesswork. I'm surprised I haven't seen any proxies really, except for, you know, kind of a semi-proxy from one Terran player, but no, like, true 2-Rax proxies against any Terrans today.
Yeah, I mean, Proxy Marauder is just not as popular as it used to be. We're currently into the second game. In the upper left corner as the blue Terran, it is Root TheOgnis, and he is currently down 1-0.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, in the red trunks, we have QXC.
So, QXC going for that bio style last game. I think Whirlwind, if it's any, you know, if any map is a map where you don't want to go mech, it's probably Whirlwind. However, Accolon, definitely a good mech map. So, wouldn't be surprised if TheOgnis went for it again, and wouldn't be surprised if QXC also went for it. If he doesn't, chooses to stay on bio, TheOgnis is going to have a much easier time getting up to that 3 base and really scary mech push army.
Definitely. Now, we do see this playbook going down. I want to see if there's gas from here. I don't think he'll actually take my advice, but it was really surprising. You don't really ever expect a Terran to go for Mass Reaper, especially it's really hard to deal with. They keep hopping up and down the cliffs. They can take pot shots and run away without actually really losing many of their own units, so it slowly whittles away at your army, and you slowly become more and more behind. But we'll see some deviation, hopefully, after these initial supply depots go down.
Yeah. Of course, they could always go for those 2 barracks and get up to 5 Reapers and really start trying to be as obnoxious as possible towards their opponent. That's a very popular opener recently on ladder. 13 gases not going down. Probably going to go for those 15 gases once again. No, QXC going with the 13 gas.
We did find out you can support 5 racks making Reapers off of 1 base. I really didn't think you could, but apparently you can, because I remember he pulled that off. And I didn't think 2 gases being fully mined with, you know, Reapers taking 50-50. Apparently, it's supportable.
Apparently. I think someone did. I mean, wasn't that a build back in, like, early Wings of Liberty, too?
I would have to research that, considering early Wings of Liberty, I was still pressing all of the buttons on the menu to build units.
Right.
There were no hotkeys.
Yeah.
Hotkeys were something I learned. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, yeah, the supply depots are going down at both. It is going to deny the scout. But no, hotkeys were something I didn't even learn until this year. It was like January, and it was just pretty much learn all the hotkeys. That is the first thing you have to do to get out of bronze.
That's very true. Good suggestion right there. I was going to say QXC supply depot did not go in time to stop the scout from TheOgnis, so TheOgnis is definitely clicking on that gas saying how much have you taken compared to my own, and gas for TheOgnis has also been started, so definitely knows the exact timing. QXC, of course, with the earlier one means that earlier tech is going to be coming out, probably an earlier factory. There it goes down right now.
Yeah, so no Reapers coming out. He just wants the gas for the factory. No factory coming out of TheOgnis, so we actually are seeing very different. It's not like last match where it was mirrored. We're seeing the reactor get attached to this barracks. I would assume Marines. I wouldn't really think he'd go Marauders just like and a CC going on the back of this. So TheOgnis going for more of a conservative style, just, you know, bulking up, getting his economy going, while QXC looks like he's going to apply some early pressure.
Exactly, that's exactly what's going on. So TheOgnis will be getting that factory just after the command center's down, so of course his Hellions will be a lot later, but it is going to be very similar builds, just very, you know, one's definitely earlier than the other and going to apply more pressure than the other. Definitely QXC is going to need to do something with these Hellions to make up for that economical disadvantage, so going to be placing down a starport soon, I expect, or not, just going to go up to Hellions.
Definitely, we do have a bunker coming out, even though he doesn't have a CC there, he's just getting it preemptively set up. At this point, just more...
Oh, that's QXC's bunker against TheOgnis.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. Holy crap, we have a bunker rush, making sure that CC is not going to get really any sort of a... 4 Marines will not be able to take out the 2 Marines in the bunker, so I didn't even realize that was red. That's, he's playing really aggressively while he expands on the back of this.
Yeah, I didn't. I was caught off guard too, and I was like, why is there a red? That doesn't make any sense. So he's going to push down with these 4 Marines and have to go right back up. You're right, he's not going to be able to take it on. The Hellions, though, maybe if he brings down some SCVs, because he doesn't want that there for longer than it has to be there, right? So
he
definitely
doesn't even
wants
know
to take
it's
it out
there.
soon. Yeah, of course he needs to find it out first, but once he finds out, he wants to get rid of that.
That's going to be a really nasty surprise when you're thinking, okay, 4 Marines, let's move into my natural right after the orbital comes out, and then just suddenly, boom, you have all this stuff. We do have the Hellions coming out. If the Marines get trapped by the bunker and some Hellions, this could be really bad for the early army of TheOgnis.
Yeah, it looks like he's just going to keep rallying towards the natural of TheOgnis and keep some sort of light contain while going up to Hellbats, although both of them are, so QXC is taking advantage of the map, probably going to go into mech along with TheOgnis. We're going to see that slugfest that happens so often in TVT, that is Hellbats versus Hellbats.
Yeah, he knows the bunker's there now. It's in his vision, so I'm not sure what his plan is at this point. I think he knows Widowmine's actually going out. A little strange. I don't know why he'd be doing... Oh, he doesn't want the Hellion run-bys. Those will one-shot all the Hellions as they try to get into the natural.
Needs to be very careful about that, though, if the Hellions get past the Widowmines, because Widowmines do need, like, 1.5 to target and fire or something like that. I forget. It could splash on his own SCVs. So they could definitely use later, though, for Hellbat or drop defense. Two of them do take out a medevac, not just one. But, yeah, a little curious. He, of course, wasn't using the factory for anything else, so I guess he just got the Widowmines.
Definitely, but he did sneak a medevac out. I don't think QXC actually saw this boosting out. The barracks is floating on over. He does notice there's a sudden lack of units up here, so he must know something is up there. Must be a medevac. The starport is obviously making something. We do have it going in. They're probably going to boost in and drop. I don't know if he'll go for the main or the natural.
I don't know either. It looks like he's going to go straight for the natural, that is. The Hellions do drop. There's a lot of Hellions from QXC, though. Going to defend. Not too many SCV kills. In fact, maybe 2. I think one of that was a scout, by the way. More going down, however. He's not going to stop with this drop. Meanwhile, QXC is yet to start his Hellbat drops. There they go now off the left side. And this is going to be... Well, I mean, TheOgnis has his own Hellbats as well as a Viking, so it shouldn't do a terrible amount of damage.
Definitely, and we do have those Hellbats coming on out. And a bunch of Hellions moving across the field with that Hellbat drop also going in. So he's going to, hopefully from the looks of it, he's going to go into the natural with those Hellions and then go ahead and boost on him with the Hellbats into the natural. He's trying to get rid of this bunker. The bunker is doing a great job of distracting. It does not go down. These Hellions fighting back. Oh, these workers are really pumped up. But the Widowmines go off. One Hellion does go down. Does really good splash damage. I think he's afraid to go over there now. He doesn't know how many more are over there.
Yeah, and those Hellions are very, very low. They're going to get 3 free SCV kills. Not sure what that was about at all. But needs to pull them back. Does pull them back. The Viking does land. Drops on his drops his own Hellbats. But the Hellbats of QXC are in the main. They're getting a few SCV kills. Currently up to 13. That's a nice chunk change.
Yeah, that's really going to hurt the economy here. It already is. QXC is up about an average of 400 to 300 per minute, so that'll slowly really push him into the advantage here. The bunker is still not down considering how long this natural has been here. They can't seem to get it. There is no SCV though, and it is slowly burning, so these Marines have a limited amount of protection left.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's not pushing down. He has 4 Hellbats as long and, you know, a few Vikings, and it is burning down, maybe just waiting for it to burn down, not being prepared. Hellbat drop still continuing in the main. Of course, until there's a lot of Vikings out in the air, which there are now, so you're going to take that down. You can just Hellbat drop all day.
Definitely, and it does go down. I don't think he even got the Hellbat out of that before it was dropped. There is a Hellbat drop coming from TheOgnis, though, boosting into the natural. The natural, though, does have a missile turret, so this could be really deadly, though. It is full health. He might be able to get that out. There are a bunch of Hellbats waddling over to the natural here, and Vikings to... the Vikings are going to be able to take out these medvacs. Oh, almost one-shotting. Oh, one Viking going down to the Widowmine, though. We do have the drop in the natural, actually getting down, doing a ton of worker kills. Now up to 16 for TheOgnis.
Yeah, slowly climbing up as the SCVs come in from the gas and whatnot. Drop from QXC, or rather just a walk into the main, really. And TheOgnis does dodge it rather well, considering, oh, well, 3 went down right there, but that could have been all his SCVs in the natural. Instead, he has to, like, put some grease on them or something, and then gets them out of the natural against 4 Hellbats. That was well played.
I can't even tell you who I think's in the lead. It's just constant barrage on both sides. It looks like the Hellbat is getting out of there with a medevac with 10 health left. However, QXC is still in the natural. I don't think there's any... we do have the TheOgnis just now starting a... the CC is not even building. The SCVC that was making it was destroyed, so he's now finally getting back on that. It looks like things have cooled down for a little bit, but we do have Vikings over and a barracks that has landed over by the natural.
Yeah, that barracks landed in the main, by the way, or the natural rather, was really fun to look at. It's not going to be taken out soon, and it did deny some mining time as well as some gas mining time, I believe. But you're right, things have calmed down just a little bit. The Viking count is in favor of QXC, so he can definitely use that to his advantage when it comes to that tank versus tank wars. No one getting tanks quite yet, though. It's just Hellbats and Vikings.
Yeah, the resources lost is actually really even. It's only a few hundred apart, so it's been pretty even. Army supply is both at 34, and worker supply is 45, 47. So pretty much even trade through all of this chaos that has been happening. It looks like there's an engagement, Hellions versus Hellions. However, the higher number of Hellions automatically win at this point. We do have a Vikings in the main, taking out the Viking before it can land. And it looks like it's gonna, I don't know, like, you really should drop these in the mineral lines. There are no defenses in there.
Yeah, I'm really worried about this barracks from QXC. TheOgnis doesn't have enough production, and he's camping the starboard production, so he can't overcome the QXC's Viking count. But if that barracks goes down, he is just now getting the 2 factories, but that does mean you don't get any more factories, so needs to be careful about that. The upgrades are actually in TheOgnis' favor. He's going to be on +2 upgrading, while QXC is only on +1.
Yeah, definitely. And it looks like the Vikings are still flying around in TheOgnis' base. He knows he can't actually combat them. Medevacs are coming out of the starport. Why he'd be making medevacs right now? Oh, he puts the Widow Mine right near the starport. He knows that when those medevacs pop, the Vikings might run straight into him. However, there's a turret being built. He's now landing at the perfect time. Going to go ahead and start racking up some kills. Slowly the number comes. He pulls a lot of them over. However, they are walking around. Oh, he's just going to keep doing damage over here.
Yeah, this is really well played right now, using Vikings to their fullest advantage. You know, going on the ground, going up in the air, not even getting hit by that Widow Mine, which is actually looking to be much more useful than I originally expected. Doing a lot more damage than I think anyone expected with just 5 Vikings, 25 SCs killed so far for QXC, finally bringing back all those Hellbats. My god, that's a lot of Hellbats.
Yeah, that definitely is distracting him while there's some long-distance mining going on at the 3rd as he gets his CC over there. Don't know if we're going to see any tech switches. We do see 2 tanks from both players suddenly, like basically a simultaneous tech switch. More medevacs are being produced from QXC, however, as TheOgnis was more focused on getting Vikings out and just any sort of defense against those Vikings, because they've been in his base for so long, and they still are. 4 of them floating over the armory. He has no way to get rid of these without just wasting time. Siege tank is also now out, though, so if they do land, they're going to be completely denied.
Yeah, you need to be very, very careful about this. I mean, QXC could, if he wanted to, you know, really capitalize on his air advantage and get some Banshee or something like that. He's not currently, though, investing his gas into other things like this attack up at the front. Sees a lot of tanks and a lot of Hellbats, though, so just retreats. I like that better than anything else. Vikings, they're still landing and doing SCV damage. Like, they are not being taken care of at all.
Yeah, he's up to 35, further 38. Oh my goodness, the worker kill count is just shooting at 40, 41, 42. Just skyrocketing. He's not pulling them back at all. These are hero Vikings.
Oh, he's up to 44 SCV kills, and a lot of that, believe it or not, was in Viking kills. You don't hear that too often. 1 Hellbat does drop. It's going to be cleaned up, though, so no more Hellbat kills for him. Finally getting that 3rd. TheOgnis is QXC, though. He's already had his 3rd up and running and gas taken and everything for so much longer.
This orbital command does not catch on fire. Extremely close, so he can't land and try to make it start burning. However, he is moving forward. The siege tanks are sieged on the other side of these rocks, so the Hellbats cannot get at them. I don't think the siege tank is in range. No, it is just out of range of the 3rd that's here, so he is sitting right outside the base. Vikings are flying around, no anti-air. Really similar thing. We do have a Thor, though, coming out of TheOgnis. I think he wants to beat away these pesky flies.
Yeah, that's what I was worrying about with the Banshees, is just letting your mech versus mech player get more air dominance than you. There's always a chance of that's really going to come and bite you in the butt, right? So getting a Thor, just being precautious, at least helping you get that Viking at lead potentially is really helpful. QXC, while he's not attacking the 3rd directly, oh, I thought that was actually, oh, they can't see, that's right. If he had a spot over there, he'd be able to deny the 6th gas, which is always really nice, but not going to happen this time. Hellbat's in the natural. About 6 more right there.
He really can't afford to lose all of his workers. The income continues to favor QXC. He is 800 over per minute, even doubling the amount of gas per minute. So QXC is going to be able to keep macroing on the back of this. The army supply is pretty even, but every time that even a battle is equally exchanged, QXC is still going to come out the victor just because of the macro on the back of it.
Exactly. He's getting so many command centers behind this. Could get extra ones just for orbitals. Getting a 2nd armory as well for those double upgrades compared to TheOgnis' only 1. TheOgnis is getting a 4th of his own, but there's not even... He can maybe stay on 3 bases for a long time and try and get max, but he's not going to go up to 4 bases anytime soon. No,
these siege tanks there are a lot of tanks here. Oh my goodness, I didn't realize he built that many. Not as many for TheOgnis here, so the siege tank advantage... There's actually supposed to be 7. Oh, they're rolling out now. The siege tank is actually... The Viking is still harassing over here with 7 kills. The Vikings will never die.
Apparently not. Those are QXC Vikings, and I guess
he can't get over there. The siege tanks are killing anything that gets near this Viking. This Viking is protected by 2 siege tanks.
Yeah, and QXC is going to gear up here at the natural, start attacking that refinery as well as the engineering bay, and probably a few SCVs. This one lone tank from TheOgnis is trying to beat back this huge army from QXC. Not really going to work out. So many Vikings on the field for QXC as well, 14-6. No way TheOgnis is going to get the air dominance unless something crazy happens.
Yeah, there is a drop at the third for QXC, though, quickly being cleaned up. These Vikings, there are so many Vikings having air control. Missile turret is going to take it out, but both Hellbats actually do get dropped. We'll see how we take care of this. There is, so many CCs going down to these Vikings. These Vikings have everyone has a kill except for a couple of them, though a huge force of Vikings coming from TheOgnis finally just getting rid of them completely.
Yeah, of course, 4 Vikings were back at home for QXC, so that wasn't the dominating count that we saw in the units tab, and TheOgnis does bring it back to even, 4-5, plus a Thor for him means that he's looking okay when it comes to the air.
The Viking is at it again. Finally, he moved it up to 9 kills, 10. He has 11 HP. It is just racking up SV 10 kills. This is just silly. It looks like he's also going up with the third huge advancement up here. More siege tanks go for TheOgnis. This Viking continues to rack up kills. He is up to, finally he pulls it. This Viking will not die.
He could actually move it over a little bit. Well, actually, never mind. But now it's finally going to die. Do you see the loss of that hero Viking? QXC just having a soft contain over here, not letting TheOgnis get that 4th base. TheOgnis knows he needs to move out, but this is not going to work, especially if QXC goes ahead and sieges. He's choosing not to siege, just going ahead. TheOgnis might win this battle because of that.
Definitely, and it looks like he's actually moving back, so QXC still has 60 supply over as an opponent. So even with these minor losses, TheOgnis has just lost so many workers. It's now 27-67 workers killed. Just that alone, and the income being what it is, it's still a 500 difference per minute. Gas is actually 5 times higher for QXC.
Wow. That's very helpful in a mech versus mech situation, but you know, QXC allowing TheOgnis to get down that ramp was actually pretty surprising, but he's going to go ahead and assault the third, forcing TheOgnis back up that ramp. Could definitely take that position again over here, and he is moving over like that. Where are the Viking counts? There they are. They're coming forward to those reinforcements. A big, huge, scary army. QXC is on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bases. Could get some extra command centers as well if he wanted to. He's banking 1,500. In fact, no, he's going to go into battlecruisers.
Yeah, it's a great thing to do. See, most people, you don't want to focus on battlecruisers unless you already have a maxed out army and you know you're going to start banking a ton of money. You want to start setting up that tech well in advance. When you lose your army, suddenly you can rush it advance. He knows that TheOgnis has nearly no anti-air, and a few Vikings will not destroy an army of battlecruisers.
Wow, QXC took that fight at the natural TheOgnis. TheOgnis didn't have all his tanks over there, but that was still surprising that QXC won that at all. 2-0 for QXC compared to 2-0 for TheOgnis, but QXC's upgrades are going to just boost ahead very, very soon. Unfortunately, TheOgnis doesn't have enough gas or money to invest in the upgrades that QXC has, and you know, he doesn't even care that he lost all of that. As long as TheOgnis can't do a very powerful counter push, he can go up to battlecruisers and have a very good army.
These Vikings took out 2 siege tanks and continue to kill SCVs. Vikings being a huge part of QXC's strategy here. It's amazing that just the worker kills. We're up to 89 worker kills that QXC has gotten.
God. Oh, if he can break 100, we should screen cap that.
I told him to go for mass Reapers, but evidently Vikings make really good Reapers as well, as they are able to fly around and land.
Yeah, they do just as much worker kills. In fact, just about 5 times more. Well, they are QXC, so... Well, we're gonna have to chalk it up to being QXC control.
2 Hellbats are in the main, just slowly roasting down some supply depots. I don't think the siege tanks will attack them. We'll see when they pop out. There they go. They're cleaning up those Hellbats. This base is going to slowly get whittled away. It looks like the Hellbats are going to just go ahead and drop and kill more workers. We're approaching 106. We are still going.
Whoa! TheOgnis, keep making SCVs. See if we can get the 200.
That is just... I can't believe QXC doing a great job. There's the GG. QXC taking it 2-0 in this loser bracket.
Yeah, TheOgnis had a double drop at that 4th, but that wasn't enough. He knew his time was up, and QXC does advance forward while TheOgnis is dropped out of MLG.
Definitely. So, I don't know if we know who our next players are up, but I do believe I'm switching you out for Nightshade, which I have not had the privilege of casting with yet.
Yeah, it'll be a surprise for you guys who have been paying attention to Stream C for a long time. Hopefully, you know, you guys have some fun with him as well, and we'll be seeing that, you know, we'll be telling you when we know when it's going to happen.
And you will be back after me and Nightshade, and it will be you and Word, I believe, for the last match of the evening on our stream.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna cry a little bit.
Well, hopefully they will invite us back. This has been one heck of a weekend so far. So don't go anywhere, guys. We have more matches coming up for you in just a few moments.